Welcome back, young listeners. We're here with a very special episode today.
Very special indeed.
It's our after-school special. Josie is no longer with us for the week. He exploded.
Yeah, the homework assignment really did him in.
Yeah, it was a little intense, a little too much Tokyo, a little too much gore, and obviously far too much policing going on. So he's taking the week off. He just has to decompress, work on himself, fight the power. Besides that, though, we're here to kind of talk about some Comic-Con trailers from last week. Last weekend, they all dropped the same time our previous episode dropped, and while that episode dropped, we were watching those trailers, getting ready to take some notes and get back to all of you. And let's just say that I, again, being the hater that I am, I have words.
Oh, yes. And there's quite a few trailers, so there's going to be a lot of words.
Oh, yeah.
But just real quick, he's not here. Josie's not here this week. He will be back next episode. You'll get his take on the homework assignment, which was to watch Tokyo Gore Police. So he was here at the house with me. We watched it on Shudder. Not a sponsor, but who knows? Maybe one day.
One day, please.
I know, right? So I can give you how I saw his reactions.
Nah, I want to get his reactions on this because it was his homework.
Okay,
I know you've seen it.
I will say one thing. The final fight, his reaction was exactly what I thought it was. A whole WTF is going on.
Oh, yeah.
It was hilarious.
Perfect. The one thing I know is I was given homework off podcast, obviously.
Yes.
But it was to watch the new Happy Gilmore. It is incredibly stupid, but at the same
100%.
time, it's like that's kind of the point. This one was entirely kind of like nostalgia bait. It was like, hey, remember Happy Gilmore? But also, hey, let's just go out and have a fun time. Not so much we're going to come out and make a brand new comedy masterpiece. So it's like it completely achieved what I think it set out to achieve. It was fun. I enjoyed watching it. It's like that's one of the things about like Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Little Nicky. It's like they're all inherently stupid movies.
Yes, but stupid movies that you can laugh with.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun, stupid movies. And I'm happy that it exists. I very much am. I'm very happy that it exists. What were your thoughts on it? Since now that I have to talk about it, you got to talk about it now too, because I know you saw it.
Yeah, fair enough. Kind of like what you said, I knew for a fact, nostalgia, 100%. I mean, not only nostalgia, the man literally casted like his entire family in the movie. Both of his daughters and his wife are all in the movie. And it's not even like a quick cameo. They actually have reoccurring parts. But it didn't feel like, I'm trying to make them the focal point. It's just like, hey, have a family in there. Kind of found out that the reason why his family is in the movie is, I always forget the kid's name. I feel bad. He was in Grown Ups. He played one of his sons.
I don't know.
He passed away a few years ago. He was also in like the Disney Descendants series.
Then in that case, I am so far removed from that.
I apologize. I forgot his name. But he said, I guess in an interview that because he bonded with the kid and was like, when we lost him, it was pretty painful and just made him kind of reevaluate like the time he spends with his family. So that's why now, like, if he has a movie coming out, if he can put his family in it, he will. So that being the case, it had that same kind of feel, like that family feel that the original Happy Gilmore had. Just obviously the grandmother wasn't in it, but it's in the trailer, so I can say this. His kids, he's trying to get money to send his daughter to a ballet school in, I think it's Paris, and so forth. And
Indeed.
Like a lot of people would think that the kids were annoying in the movie. No, I thought they were all perfect. I love the fact that
It's like they actually did a very good job.
Yeah, I love the fact that MJF from AEW is his oldest son. His second oldest is from Shameless.
Yep.
And so forth. And I just thought all the kids were fine. They didn't like overdo it. The cameos that are in it, it's just an Adam Sandler movie. And so obviously
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, it's gonna have the cameos. Best one by far. Won't say when or with the character, but Eminem. Hands down, that was the best cameo. It was great. And so I like how they can pull little things off like that. Like still, like if you've seen the first Happy Gilmore, you know exactly what you're gonna get with this one. And I don't understand why there are. And I'm not knocking anybody, to each their own. But I've seen reviewers like really tear this movie down, and it's like, what were you guys expecting?
Yeah, it's like you're getting an Adam Sandler movie on Netflix that is a sequel to one of the kind of like big screwball movies of the like either late 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just screwball comedy. It's crass. It's meant to just entertain. It's not meant to be anything highbrow or like reinvent the goddamn wheel. Exactly. I mean, for crying out loud, his happy place in the first one is his eventual wife taking 2 big things of beer and sitting on a lawn chair on a lawn where the sprinklers are going off, and she's in lingerie.
Yeah,
it's like you're trying to get more out of a movie based upon that.
I do love the fact that they even make a comment about that in the movie.
Oh yeah.
And I love how later on
he got to find a new happy place.
He's got to find a new happy place, and it is probably the most realistic
it's
happy place you can think of.
Stretchy pants.
Yeah, just it was like, so like there's little moments right there where it's like, oh yeah, look, he's older.
Yeah,
the
it's
character's
like
older.
Kind of a movie about growing up, owning your mistakes, being unafraid to effectively make those mistakes, and to keep fighting for what you want. And it's like, I think the movie is highly successful for what it does. It, again, by no means is it going to be reinventing the wheel or being like taught in any sort of film class. No,
of course not.
But for a comedy on a streaming service written by a comedian, starring pretty much nothing but his friends and his family, just there having a good time, wanting to just kind of expand the story a little bit more. It's like, it does a great job. It really does.
Yeah. I will say the big event that it leads up to, yeah, it's over the top. It's a, even for Happy Gilmore, it's over the top. But then,
it's tremendously stupid, but it's fun.
But then you just think about it and then you remember, oh wait, this is Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it's like, and Haley Joel Osment being one of the villains in the story was great.
That was hilarious.
That was great. And then like one of the best parts about it is it does use wrestlers like Becky Lynch.
Oh yeah.
She's in there. You have wrestlers kind of peppered here and there throughout the whole movie, and they're each used very well. Like, it's actually really kind of surprising when you think about it. This movie, for what it is, it was actually cast exceptionally well. Like, even 100%. Like Adam Sandler's kids, like his 2 daughters, which are predominantly the ones that are mostly featured in the film.
Yeah.
Both of them did actually very good jobs. His older daughter and his younger daughter both did very well.
I'm not gonna lie, I will say this. The older daughter, her character, again, not trying to spoil anything, but her character, I kind of want to see a movie about her character now. Like, I want to see, like,
expand on like her life a little bit.
Yeah, because it was interesting. It was one of those ones that, like, she meets him, doesn't overreact like, oh, you're Happy Gilmore, blah blah. It just like just treating him like a regular everyday person. And because if you look at the movie,
everybody worshipped the hell out of him.
Yeah, everybody worshipped him, or like they'll talk shit like the three golfers that he golfed with at one point.
Oh, well, yeah, like what was it? That was one of my favorite cameos, Margaret Qualley.
Yeah, exactly. Like how they're talking all this crap, and then he finally reveals himself, and then they're like, "Oh my God, it's Happy Gilmore," and but then they're like, "Wait, he sucks at golf," and then you just see, overall, I enjoyed it. Is it a movie that I will hope wins an award or anything? No, because I know it won't. But it is a movie that I know I could just turn on, watch, enjoy, and then go about my day. So I recommend it, especially if you're a fan of Adam Sandler movies, if you're a fan of Happy Gilmore. Give it a watch. Just remember, it's a Happy Gilmore movie.
Yeah, it's like it's not trying to reinvent anything.
So
at
you
all.
should have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's like it's a good sit down, turn your brain off, maybe have a drink. It's that type of comedy. It's not a type of comedy movie where you're going to be sitting there remembering the jokes days later.
Yeah.
Especially because I think a majority of people that are going to watch it aren't going to be the ages we were when we watched the original Happy Gilmore, where it's far more quotable to somebody who's like still developing and is like 13 and thinks that, oh, dick jokes are the height of humor, when in fact they really aren't. It's fart jokes.
Yes, everybody knows.
Yeah, fart jokes are the best. But that said, we have gotten through homework. Yay. Now it is time to kind of go on to the main topic for today, and that's San Diego Comic-Con trailers. Yeah. I know both of us sat down. We watched all the trailers. The only one that we watched together, technically, today was Welcome to Derry. I will have words about that later. Then the only other thing that I think that we've kind of touched on in the past is Tron Ares.
Yeah.
That said, it's like I will talk about that once it comes up. But I'm going to kind of go off of my list because I have it in front of me right here.
Okay.
I watched all of these trailers in one big ass video.
Same
on
here.
I think it was
compilation.
Yeah, it was like a little compilation thing. I think it was like Kino trailers or something like that.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't remember the channel. I'm sorry. I will plug you in the comments if I can find you again. But so Predator, the Predator Badlands.
I cannot wait for this movie.
It's like that's one of the funny parts, is because I really can wait for this. It's like it kind of looks too buddy cop from the trailer, at least.
Yeah.
The Weyland-Yutani android, to me, is too talkative and too quippy with a predator. The biggest thing that I kind of want to know about from the trailer is obviously this predator is here. Oh, shame, shame, shame.
Sorry.
That's why we turn off our volume.
I thought I did.
That's staying in the podcast, by the way. Mostly because I don't want to take the time to edit it out, and I think it's just kind of funny that I can rip on you a little bit. Yeah, so I kind of want to know what the Predator is doing on this particular planet where there's supposedly this unkillable creature that I know, obviously, they're going to fucking kill. It's like, if they said it's unkillable, it's going to fucking get killed. Unless
the twist is they don't kill it.
And they unleash it.
And they unleash it on the
Weyland-Yutani people. Because
people.
That's the other thing. It's like, okay, we're on this planet where this unkillable thing exists that this predator is apparently hunting. That's like his hunt for this. Or at least that's what we're being led to believe through the trailer.
Yeah.
Why then is Weyland-Yutani on this planet when you have this unkillable thing that just seems to wreak havoc for the sake of wreaking havoc, and is apparently where predators decide to go and hunt, and they're trying to be there and do some Weyland-Yutani thing?
I have a theory, and this technically ties into Alien Earth. Alien Earth, the whole premise is that they were out in space gathering creatures from various locations, not just xenomorphs. If you look in the Predator Badland trailer, there's one scene where he puts one of the Weyland-Yutani guy's head through a glass, and then a creature that's in there grabs the guy. So I'm thinking Weyland-Yutani is doing what they're doing in Alien Earth. They're out grabbing specimens. Supposedly this planet is supposed to be considered like one of the most dangerous planets, because I think they even say the line in the trailer where it's like everything on this planet wants to kill you. So I think that's where they, Weyland-Yutani is like, oh, we're looking for creatures to potentially militarize or use or experiment on. What better planet to go to than this one? Yes, we know there's this super huge, unkillable creature there, but, we can get our job done. That, at least that's my theory, because of the fact that there's also a bunch of rumors that there is a connection between Alien Earth and Predator Badlands.
That would make sense. Weyland-Yutani could just go to Australia. But that would make sense in this case. It's like my honest primary gripe with it is they're writing too much for, at least in the trailer, they're showing too much writing specifically for the Weyland-Yutani android. That's going to be kind of like our insert, I'm guessing.
Yeah, potentially.
Since this is a Predator movie, I do want, at least I would have hoped that they would have shown more Predator stuff going on, because I know we have Predators fighting each other in the trailer, so there's going to be some Predator on Predator action. Giggity. But then, of course, you have our lead Predator doing the hunt and kind of carrying her on his back for at least part of it.
Well,
so it's kind of like, okay, how big of a role is she going to be playing? Why is she written so much? And if they're going to give us like a Predator language and they're going to subtitle it, just write more for the fucking Predators. Just do that. It's like, make it a full Predator movie. That's my biggest gripe with the trailer so far. It's like, they could release another trailer later. That would make it look better to me.
Yeah.
But that's my gripe. Looks pretty. It looks pretty. It looks cool. Looks good.
I love the fact that the Predator in this one doesn't have a shoulder cannon. He has a badass, what looks like a laser bow.
Yeah, it's like he has the laser bow and then the kind of the
pulling a bit of a blade technique,
kind of the staff thing.
Yeah,
I forgot what the staff is called that they have, but it's like, because there's two different staffs. There's one that's more of like a bow staff, and then there's one that has the little kind of arrowhead-esque thing at the top. But yeah, it's like, I'm glad that he looks a little bit more down to basics for like a Predator, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of the Predator stuff in this rather than
I feel like
everything else surrounding it.
I do feel like we will get more Predator stuff in the movie. I think what they're doing right now is they're kind of showing, could be completely wrong, could 100%, but I feel like perhaps right now what they're doing is they're showing more of the android and, being like, okay, look guys, this is the character you're gonna kind of relate to, whatever. Funny enough, the actress Ella Fanning, right?
I have no idea.
I think I want to say it's her, but I can't remember.
I think it might be, but yeah, it's like I'm so divorced from who actors are at this point.
But I know she said at San Diego Comic-Con that apparently she is playing two characters.
Interesting.
So
Android, that kind of makes sense.
So I'm kind of wondering, is the reason why that android we see that talkative and that expressive, because is she playing another one that is the standard cold, stone face Weyland-Yutani android where it's just yes sir, no sir, speaks very I guess you could say intellectually,
Yeah, it's like a little bit more kind of quote unquote robotic or mechanically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Less personality there, so there is that possibility, especially like because I do not watch press interviews of any kind or anything like that, and that's a me thing, and a lot of that comes down to it's like I don't care what they say about the movie as long as the movie's going to be good.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But having that additional little context there does make it a little bit nicer for me, because like, okay, maybe I'm not going to have a talkative android 90% of the time, but we could. And one thing that they could be doing with the trailer for this is they could be kind of going kind of story first. Like, hey, we're going to lead with the story and save all the cool shit for the movie. And just kind of give you little teases here and there for the cool shit.
Yeah.
Which that's actually a good thing, because I don't want to have all the good stuff be in the trailers. That's always a bad thing, because you go to the movie, you see it play out, and then you're like, oh, damn it, why?
I already knew this. And
it's like, why did I spend the money to do this? Or why did I wait till it hit Netflix?
Well, the one thing that I do like about the trailer is the fact that, so from what the director has said, we know that this predator is disgraced, but for some reason we just know he's disgraced, and apparently this hunt is to try to redeem himself. But I love the fact that they haven't shown us, and I hope they don't show us until we watch the movie, what happened.
Honestly, yes. That would be very good. I would be honestly fine with not ever really knowing, because there are things that happen in movies that's like, we don't need to know this to make the story work. You're putting this in here for runtime, and it becomes apparent. So I'm hoping that they don't do something like that, but if it's something that does lead to why he's there on that planet hunting this specific thing, then I'm there for it. For like finding out what it is. Otherwise, like that, sure, he could be disgraced. Just let us know that yes, he's disgraced. He's here because of reasons, but we don't need to know why unless it like explicitly lets us get a good or better feeling as to why he's here. It's like, show, don't tell.
Thank you. So yeah, I would say. I'd say we both had a good amount of words for that trailer, and there's multiple more.
Oh yeah, and it's like, even though I'm really not kind of looking forward to the movie, it's like I still do want to see it.
Yeah.
I do want to see it. It looks good. It looks, at least, I would say it kind of gives me a similar feeling as like just seeing the initial trailers for when Happy Gilmore 2 was announced. Oh, this looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that's about as far as it got for me on that one. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. How about The Long Walk? What are your thoughts?
Only thing I know is it is based off of a book, right?
Yeah, it's based off of
Stephen King.
A Richard Bachman Stephen King novel. So it's where he wrote under his pen name.
Okay. So the only thing I know about it, apparently it's set in this world where every year kids are chosen to perform this long walk, like it's titled, and they continue walking until there's one survivor.
Yes.
And to my understanding, a lot of crazy things happen, like they start turning on each other, potential hints of some type of supernatural element to it, to my understanding.
Yeah, it's got the full Stephen King treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So aside from that, seeing the trailer, I do want to see this. It looks good. It looks it just looks like you're gonna be on edge the whole time. And what I'm really hoping happens is that the actors really make you feel for them, because again, situation, once they start that walk, there's no stopping until there's one left. So when you have that high of a stakes, it's like, yeah, I want to be invested in these characters, even if there's like a jerk character or whatever. You want to be invested in them. You don't want to be like, oh, okay, they can die. They can go one by one. I don't care. Because then,
then what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? But so I'm hoping that happens. And from little things that I looked up about the book, a lot of the characters have very key elements to their story as to why they're doing this, why they chose to do it, even though they know, hey, there's only going to be one of us at the end. Like and so I'm looking forward to it, especially as someone that doesn't know too much about the source material. Like I'm like, okay, cool. I want to see what this is.
Oh yeah, it's like, on top of that, it's another one where you also got Mark Hamill.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark Hamill makes anything better, really. But yeah, it's like, from kind of like some of the notes that I wrote there is like, I just like Stephen King stuff. I like Stephen King movies for the most part. I like his books. And I'm wondering how they're going to play with like the stakes that the characters have. Like, how true to the book are they going to like stack it? Because I know in the book, it's they have to be walking at a different pace than they are from what the movie said. Because the movie said, I believe the trailer said it was like 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So the book was at a different pace. They also got warnings in the book, though. And I don't know if they stated, or if they're going to state, if they get warnings in the movie. Because I know that one character did get a warning in the trailer.
Yeah.
But so there's a couple little things where it's kind of like, I'm going to probably be somewhat nitpicky about. It's like, it won't ruin my fun with the movie, but I'll probably get like a little like, yeah, it's not like this.
Actually, what really happened in that
it's like kind of push up the glasses and just like, actually, nah. But it's like, I want to know what type of stakes the characters are going to have in this, or if they're going to take them straight out of the book. And are they going to try to add anything to like the surrounding lore of why, when, and how? Besides that, yes, I am totally intrigued. I never thought that this one, out of any of his works, was going to get a movie. But it's like, okay. When I first saw the trailer start, I was like, oh, holy shit. This is unexpected. Count me in. Especially because, it's like, I really want to see how they're going to play it. So with that, they got my eyeballs. Yeah, they totally got my eyeballs. That seems well casted.
Yeah, I'm down to watch it.
On top of being well casted, it looks well shot. The sets look good. Just everything so far, from the trailer at least, looks. Just count me in. Count me in on it. I am all in.
You hear that, Stephen King? You have 2 people at least gonna go watch this movie.
Yep. So and Mr. King, I even saw 1408 in theaters, so it's fine. I will do this one again for you, just for you. Now, what were your thoughts on the FNAF 2 trailer?
Well,
did you see FNAF 1?
I saw FNAF 1. I was going to say I can never go to Chuck E. Cheese again, but no. No, okay, so I am not big on FNAF. I know about it. I know about the games. I know there's books and all types of lore, and you ask somebody anything and they will sit you down and tell you 3 hours worth of stuff, and you're like, hey, I just asked what FNAF stood for. Yeah. Anyways, this now it looks like, hey, our first one was low budget. We thought only diehard fans were gonna watch it. It blew up, and so the studio said, okay, here you go. Here's the budget. Give us a proper one. Not that the first one wasn't proper, but go
give us give us more.
Yeah, give us more. It looks like visually, it looks great. Like the world
Honestly,
they have it set in looks like you're in that world. Like obviously it's present day or whatever, but like it looks like this is a real tangible, like this story is real.
Yeah, it's I think they did a exquisite job of doing the toy versions of the like Freddy crew.
Yeah.
Or the Fazbear Band. There we go. They did like the Fazbear Band. They did the toy versions like Toy Chica and all that exquisitely well for the movie. Because I mean, they look just kind of off enough to where it's kind of like it almost reaches that uncanny valley between is it like an animatronic that's really well maintained or CGI or just something brand new off the production line. So they did a very good job with that, and I think that kind of adds to it a little bit, kind of being just a little uncanny for those things. Another thing that I thought was really kind of interesting was they play with some of the mechanics from the games.
Yeah, I saw the little
like the head.
Yeah, the mask where it's like it can't be that easy, and it's like, oh hey, I've never actually played the games myself. I've seen a ton of games.
Oh yeah.
So I know the thing about the mask. Like funny enough, when I went to see the first movie, I went with some friends, and a couple of them were like diehard FNAF fans. Like they played all the games, they've read the books, this, that, and the other. And when we got out of the movie, first thing I asked them is like, okay, what did they mess up? And they were like, surprisingly, not really much of anything that they messed up. They, according to them, they were like, yeah, they stuck to the lore. And this movie looks like they're doing that, but they're just doing more. They're giving you more.
It's like they're kind of doing the lore, but then kind of bringing it out into the world a little bit with like they have Freddy in like the middle of like a little, basically like a farmer's market-esque kind of a fair thing, and that I'm here for that. I'm here for that. It's like I know that it's kind of going a little bit more off of at least as far as how things are playing out, is going a little bit more off the book lore. Yeah, like, I've at least read the first book, so I'm kind of wondering if this is gonna take a little bit from the second game, the first movie, and the first book, because I know, of course, you have some returning characters and such, but also some characters that were not in the first movie. So I think it could be kind of interesting. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. I was not looking forward to the FNAF 1 movie at all. I thought it was going to be a terrible cash grab. And I didn't watch it in theaters. I waited till it came up on Prime, and then I watched it there. I really liked it. I actually really liked it. And and it's actually one of the movies that kind of made me kind of go, okay, I can be a cynical bitch, but I should still give it a chance and give it a watch, and hopefully it won't be shit. And it should surprise me, and that's why I'm going to see Predator.
It all comes back to no, funny enough, before I saw the first movie, I actually saw I believe it's called Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one with Nick Cage.
Yeah,
it's literally like the same exact premise, except Nick Cage plays a guy who has no lines in the movie
at all
whatsoever, is a unkillable badass, and he fights these animatronics, and it's there's a couple differences in it. And this one, Willy's Wonderland, deals with like satanic rituals and so forth. Thus, how the animatronics come to life. But I had saw that one, and I was like, okay, you know what? I enjoyed this one, and that's what kind of made me say, okay, yeah, I'll go see the FNAF movie. Because when the first FNAF movie came out, again, not being a fan or anything, I really didn't have a desire to watch it. But again, I saw Willy's Wonderland, and I was like, okay, this one's pretty enjoyable. Now, if this one's enjoyable, let me go see that one and compare it.
Oh yeah,
FNAF definitely is really good. And then, this trailer came out, watch it, and I'm just like, I was literally like, whoa, there's a budget behind
there's a budget. They increased kind of the quality of everything, including the sets.
Although I will say, the trailer that opens up with that group going to the original FNAF.
That's
place.
why I'm kind of like, they're probably going to draw a little bit from the first book.
It's like, I'm just one of those like, why would you know this place, the history, why would you go into the room with a giant, present there? And it's like,
Jose, they're led by a white girl. I say this as a straight white male. They're led by a white girl, Jose. That's why they went in there. You know I'm not wrong.
True. But overall, great trailer. Looking forward to the next one. And then I know apparently there's at least one more movie planned after that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see where they go from here, and then of course like how the movie is itself. Because if the movie does very good, which I think it'll at the very least be an entertaining watch, at the very least, we should be able to get the next one, and I think that we'll have a fair amount of fun with that one too, because by that point it should be, I would imagine that they'd probably skip 3 and go straight to like Circus Baby and stuff like that from like number 4 and all that, but who knows, it could actually be from like number 5. I know the character names and I know a lot of the lore because I watched the lore videos, but I haven't played any of the goddamn games because frankly they're incredibly frustrating to me. So
yeah.
And I hate running and I hate not being able to fight back, because it's like I'm always one of those where it's like, oh, okay, that was kind of fun for like a game or two when it first happened, like in Penumbra and Amnesia, where you had to kind of run away from things. But to make that suddenly like a mechanic where like, oh no, every horror thing you can't fight back, you have to evade the monsters. It's like, okay. Most people would probably run away, but most people would also try to fight back if the option was there. At least I would assume that most people would try to fight back, because it's like, okay, you're cornered. Are you going to just let the entity slam you through a wall, or try to kick it in its xeno nuts? But yeah. So that type of stuff frustrates me in video games, but...
So what you're saying is you don't like Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that kind of thing. That frustrates me the hell out of me. But at least with that one, it's like you control people. Next movie is probably gonna be the movie of the year. Primitive War.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if we were actually going to talk about that.
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, so basically...
Vietnam movie.
Vietnam, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Vietnam, Jurassic Park. Soldiers against dinosaurs in Vietnam on a rescue mission. It sounds like the perfect movie for the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yes.
This is made for the Sci-Fi Channel, but somehow it's going to be on the big screen. I have no idea how this Sharknado-ass movie got wide release like this. I am here for it. It looks so stupid that I cannot help but be like, I am 100% in just to see where the fuck they go with this. It looks so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I mean, even the jungle scenes, they kind of look like they were like, oh hey, Kong, Skull Island. Let's just borrow that, and instead of giant spiders and creatures of that type, erase all of that, and here, just put some dinos.
And just dinosaurs, just sprinkle them in here and there. It's all different types, but yes, just dinosaurs versus soldiers. You can't go wrong with that. It just sounds too good, and it looks just ridiculous. It looks shot just well enough to be like, okay, they actually had a budget and some talent behind this, and not just like 6 meth heads from behind like a Wendy's in Hollywood that got together and were like, oh, sharks. So it looks like this might actually be kind of fun. I am on board, and I'm not cautiously on board. I am on board. I want to go see this.
I'm down to see it, but I have a feeling the movie's roughly going to be maybe 90 minutes long.
Oh yeah, it's like if it can go past 90 minutes without it just overstaying its welcome, I would be astonished.
And it's probably going to be maybe 10 minutes of dinos.
Honestly, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of build up.
Yeah,
for like,
it's gonna be a lot of build up to a battle scene, and they're gonna pull the whole stunt of like, oh, the soldiers are getting picked off one by one.
And like maybe a couple dinos here, there, and then like the battle at the end.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, that would be cool if it is a full-fledged battle, like the soldiers are just opening fire and you have raptors running in and there's explosions, and I'd actually be like, okay, this is actually kind of entertaining. So I'm down to see it because, like there is that element of where is this gonna go? Like, what?
Why?
Yeah, like why? I guess whoever made this movie was a really big fan of Dino Crisis, probably.
Yeah, when it first started and as they were kind of going, I'm like, are we getting a Dino Crisis movie? That was my first thought. And then it was like, oh, we have Green Berets that we need to go get rescued. And it's like, okay, so this isn't going to be a Dino Crisis. It's literally just soldiers versus dinosaurs. It's literally soldiers versus dinosaurs. And that, once it all kind of clicked, it was like, okay, you know what? I am all in on this. This looks gloriously stupid, and I want it. Because it's like I'm pretty sure it's gonna go exactly like you said. Though it's like you're gonna have just like maybe some little bits of build up here and there showcasing the dinosaurs, but it's going to be kind of like this military drama up until the moment where they spend all of the budget on like this big dino battle and maybe get like one or two Green Berets back at the very end if they're lucky, or maybe only like one or two of them survive with one of the Green Beret guys and they get picked up and it's like, what happened? It's like dinosaurs, sir. It's like, what? And then we're gonna get a franchise bait out of it.
That or it could just be like, hey, guess what? At the end, dinos won. Soldiers are all dead, and it's just one of these things where the government's like, that never happened.
Well, that never happened, or they kind of do the whole back at like DC or like the Pentagon or something like that. They're like, the tests are going to plan. The dinosaurs are performing better than expected. And then, so again, kind of sequel bait for their going forward. Like, oh, what are we going to do with the dinosaurs afterwards? Or this is just a really, really shit kind of prequel to fucking Jurassic Park.
Now I really want to see this movie even more now.
It's like, the speculation, in all honesty, kind of fuels getting a little bit deeper into it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It looks so dumb, but I want to see it so bad.
It will definitely be watched, and we will definitely have words.
Oh yeah, it's like I have a terrible feeling that it's like I literally wrote in my notes, is this looks so stupid, yet I know it's going to be fun. I hate that I want to see it, but it's giving Sharknado with a budget vibes. So it's like I have to see it. It just has to happen.
Can you imagine seeing it in 4DX?
Oh God.
Your chair just throws you.
Now, if they actually do release this in 4DX, that's how we're gonna have to see it now.
Nice.
That it's just mandatory.
Oh, well, there goes my back.
What back? Shit. Okay. Peacemaker Season 2. I really loved Season 1.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Was really good.
And I love how Season 2 is looking to kind of do the whole dimensional exploring thing, to where it's like, okay, we're opening up the multiverse for this. But it also directly does call back to James Gunn's Suicide Squad while also still referencing the current Superman movie. It, like with Rick Flag Sr. specifically, that kind of tying everything together. I'm here for that. I really like what they're doing with that. It's bringing the character into the greater continuity. It's kind of establishing a continuity and saying what is and what isn't going to be a part of this and how it's going to play with specific characters. It's nice to see something like that happen because it is making the universe a little bit more cohesive and and it's going to a plan. It's showing that there is a plan going forward for the greater universe, rather than literally the last episode of season 1 of Peacemaker just referencing Justice League with Barry and Aquaman. Like Flash and Aquaman being the characters he interacts with out of the Justice League that shows up at the last possible second. And that felt very tacked on as kind of like a jokey thing. And it was a jokey thing. This puts more into the universe to me. And I'm very happy that we're getting a lot of the characters back, because a lot of them were really fun and they were really stupid. And it was a blast to watch in season 1. So I think season 2 will be a lot of fun as well.
For me, season 2, if they don't have a better opening dance number, then they're already
They're already kind of in a losing battle.
Yeah, because I mean, but that's what I liked about Peacemaker, was it had such a crazy opening, the whole dance sequence with all of them, all the characters, and then it goes into the episodes, and then you see what happens, and you're like, oh, okay, not as lighthearted, but that's how they set it up. So I'm looking forward to it. I know there's people that are like, oh, well, this is still confusing, trying to figure out what is and isn't canon. I do feel like this season is going to, like you said, going to really establish, okay, guys, this is what is canon, this is what isn't. And that's it. Once it's set, leave it alone, go from there. Just go from there. Don't try to think about it anymore, because, the more you think about it, the more, it does get a little confusing. It's like, well, wait, they said certain things are canon and certain characters are, but other things aren't. And like how they pointed out how, well, not in the trailer, but Gunn did say both Shazam and Black Adam aren't canon. They're just their own movies, but they're not canon to the DCU at all. But then, he turned around and said Blue Beetle is canon. And I know there's people that are like, well, wait, how are those two not? But he is. Even though I think Blue Beetle fits into the universe he's setting up. Like, I genuinely think he could have been in the Superman movie and would have fit just fine.
Oh, yeah. One of the things that I'm very happy about is that they are doing a firm thing of establishing specific canon. And I wouldn't even say the specific canon movies or shows as much as canon, especially prior to Gunn's involvement in the DCU, is that he is establishing canon events more than anything. Because we don't know how much of the Suicide Squad is actually going to be considered canon.
Yeah, exactly.
We know Rick Flag Jr. dying by Peacemaker's hand is a canon event, because they basically say that in season 2. That's why Rick Flag Sr. is after Peacemaker's ass.
Yeah.
It's like, you killed my kid. Valid reason. But now that we know that that is the reason, and it's a canon reason in the universe, how much of the actual movie was canon, and what about like Waller and stuff like that? Because of course we haven't had much with that yet. And we still have things with like the Authority and Wonder Woman and Flash and Supergirl. So we have a lot of stuff still to come that's going to build the whole universe. But it's like you do need those little events that are kind of like, okay, what kind of spawned these things to happen? And it does look like season 2 of Peacemaker is going to kind of establish a little bit of the just general kind of world that everything inhabits, rather than how Superman kind of gave like, oh, this is everybody's overall feelings kind of towards the metahumans in general, and how they operate, how they look upon them, how they just operate, kind of like with the Justice Gang.
That's a cool name.
It's like, I love it. With all those things, it's like, okay, you have kind of that aspect of it, but Peacemaker season 2 specifically does look like it's going to look into more kind of the smaller level of things, how it affects just operations on a day-to-day basis, being like a superhero of some kind. Because when you really get down to the brass tacks, Peacemaker isn't a metahuman by any stretch. He's just a guy who has
special helmets.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of helmets that all do specific special things. And he's a good shot, and he's strong. But he's not like, I can lift a fucking car. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how the more vigilante side of things is affected, and how that is, or how it shows how that is accepted in the world, how the Black Ops type of stuff. Because it's like, of course, you do have those superheroes that do operate in those areas, especially in DC. DC and Marvel both have those types of heroes. And I kind of want to see how they're going to go into that aspect of things. And knowing that it's probably going to be heavy on humor, I'm also looking forward to seeing how bullshit it can get. Because it got pretty bullshit in the first season. It was fun.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Let's see here. On top of that, I want to see what cameos they're going to get.
Oh yeah, no, that'll
be kind of fun.
That'll be a good one. I mean, the first trailer already showed 3 characters.
True.
So I agree with you. It's kind of that anticipation of like, okay, you know, what canon events are going to be established, what characters are we going to see, and what potentially are you going to be alluding to? Like, or are
it's like,
are
is
you going
this going to be moving to something larger?
Yeah. Are we going to start hearing about the potential, I guess you could say, big bad for the DCU for this, you know, for first run? Like, are we going to start getting hints that way? Same thing with the Lantern series. You know, like, what is that going to lead us to? But with you, I'm down for the season to come out, and it should be fun. And we'll just see the world that it expands for the DCU.
It should be out now. I would like to watch it now.
Indeed.
Mostly because I don't want to do other things. That would be nice. But, okay. New Percy Jackson. I am not the target audience for this. It's
okay.
like, I never watched any Percy Jackson. I never read any Percy Jackson. The only part of the trailer that I connected with at all was Jason Mantzoukas, because I love that man. He is hilarious. I would probably watch it if, like, my girlfriend wanted me to watch it with her, but she's never really expressed interest in Percy Jackson series, so I think I'm safe. The effects look fine. It looks like it's trying to be a moody teen adventure. again, I am absolutely not the target audience for this. It's like it completely missed me the first go around. It's gonna miss me this go around. If you're into Percy Jackson, more power to you. I am obviously very much not. I am like the furthest I go with any of those, like the Gods movies or anything, is like I play God of War. Ta-da.
Oh yeah.
That's about as far as it gets.
I mean, I saw the original Percy Jackson movies. Don't hate them, but not like a super crazy fan. Never read the books. I know about the books, but I never read them. So when I heard that they were doing a series, which was supposed to be more tied to the books, I was like, okay, cool, let's see how this goes. I did always feel like when the first two movies came out, I did always feel like, yes, this should probably be a TV series and not movies, because there's so much that happens. So first season came out. I watched not every episode, but I watched a good portion of it. Wasn't bad, effects are good. The kids, like I didn't hate any of the kids. You know how like sometimes there's just that character where it's like, oh my god, you're making every wrong mistake and I hate you.
Oh yeah.
But then there's times where it's like, oh, you're making wrong mistakes because you don't know, because you're young and you're experiencing this for the first time. That's kind of how it played off. So I was like, okay, cool, not bad. Saw this trailer. It doesn't look bad. It really doesn't look bad.
It's like I have nothing really negative to say about what the trailer showed. I just know I'm not the audience.
Yeah. Oh
for
no. I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, I'm gonna watch every single episode. I might catch a couple, or just watch like a YouTube review of it or something, or like whenever clips come on your feed, check it out. But like I'm not gonna actively go out of my way to watch it. But it doesn't look bad, and who knows? Maybe I'll sit down, watch first episode, and like, oh, I want to see where this goes, because that's kind of what happened the first one. Like casually just put it on television and on Disney Plus, and watch the first episode, and I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling this. Let me watch a few more episodes, and then I just ended up stopping because I had something to do and never got back on. But so maybe I'll go finish it, and then I'll give this one a try. So that way, at least one of us in the group can talk about it.
Sure. Sure.
Hey, if you guys want to go on tangents about Magic the Gathering, I will go on the tangent about Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
You're only hurting yourself, and you know it. But yeah, it's like it very much is one where it's like I think if I had been born 10 years later, I would have probably been like right in the target audience for anything and everything Percy Jackson related, personally, because all bits about it are kind of things that should be right up my alley, but it just really isn't.
Yeah, no.
So I think I just missed the train on that one completely. So it's kind of like, looks fine. Never gonna see it. Never gonna see it. Especially because it's a series. It's like I don't want to devote my time to something that I'm just kind of like, yeah, maybe. Unless like I ever watch an episode and for whatever reason it just grabs me. But then again, I'm never gonna get Disney Plus, so that's a positive. It's never gonna be a tempting thing for me.
Well, give it time. A lot of shows that are on streamers are slowly being shown on actual television now.
Yeah, thank God. Well, then again, I don't have television either. So.
Like a Peacemaker is on TNT now.
Yeah.
Which
but was smart of them to do.
It's smart. They're doing it to amp up. Like, hey guys, season 2 is about to come out. Check this out. And they even say it in their promotion of it, like, oh, catch up on season 1 before season 2. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, especially with like Max, HBO did kind of drop the ball on that initially. They kept rebranding it and changing how the subscriptions worked, and then things would come on and then they would leave, and it's like, it's your own fucking shows and services for the most part. It's like, that's the draw. Why are you taking your stuff off of here?
I still can't forget them from taking off Justice League.
Yeah, it's like, it's Warner Brothers. It's like they don't have to worry about licensing that shit. It's like they're owned by Warner Brothers. It is their properties. Why are you dropping Warner Brothers shit? And the Warner Brothers has so much stuff that it's crazy that they took anything off of there, or if that they even licensed things outside of their own catalog to begin with. Because again, Warner Brothers owns a fuckload of things.
Oh yeah.
Like as a company, they just own a fuckload of things. So there's no real reason why they should be struggling as a service outside of just incompetence when they launched it. And that's unfortunately kind of true. They just had a really shit launch and they've not really ever truly recovered. But that's a whole other fucking topic. Tron Ares.
Okay, here we go.
I already had my words on Tron Ares, and it's basically the same trailer.
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of go over like a little, I would call it my Cliff Notes. I'm just happy with that trailer for the fact that it seems like Disney is really finally paying attention to their CGI department.
Oh yeah.
Because that is honestly one of the best parts about this trailer is it has been, or it just looks really good. Both just in cinematography, it looks very good. It's shot very well. The CG is exquisite. It's like it's putting all their Marvel stuff to shame. And I'm here for that because, again, a lot of the Marvel CG has been kind of corner cut in a lot of respects. And it's been that way since right around Infinity War. Even before that, they did kind of cut some corners here and there on CG where just like you see it in the theaters and it's like, okay, this looks fine. But then you see it ever again and it's like, oh, that was kind of crap. Like I'll always point to at the very end of the first Avengers Infinity War when Ruffalo pops in the Hulkbuster armor at the very end.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the worst CG composite shots I have ever seen in the history of movies.
I'm like seeing it in my head right now. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It was so bad. It was so bad. It's like, I'm not good with motion video. I can composite that better. It's like that was just a really bad composite job for the CGI, the actor, and then the scene. Just all three done bad. And then they've had moments like that where it just doesn't look all that great here and there. Pretty much since they started like really turning movies out rapidly, which is one reason I'm glad that they started to scale back on that stuff because they really, really needed to scale back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it with Tron Ares, it looks like they are paying attention to their CGI department. Like all their visual effects artists look like they are actually being given time to do a good job to where it's not going to look bad in 6 months or on your second watch. So that's one of my biggest kind of like additional adds to my already take that I gave like 2 weeks ago. That, and then it's kind of like, okay, there are a couple of things that are just completely unbelievable about the trailer. It's like the more I see the trailer, the more I'm kind of like, okay, there are a couple other things that are just kind of like, is this really how you kind of want to edit things together? Like, okay, the outdoor shots look nice, but they're not believable by any stretch. It's like even with the really nice CGI, because like if you look anywhere but the CGI that's going on or the action that's going on, it completely removes you from the belief of it. Like people are fucking crazy. Where are the doomsday cults? Where are they? This is fucking Chicago. Come on.
I love how that's your one of your gripes. Where are the cults?
Yeah, it's where are the doomsday cults? And like the big ass juggernaut that appears in the sky that shoots all the little light beams, like the light missiles, basically. If you look in the trailer at that particular scene, It's aerial shot down into the, like, just city streets. That thing's up there shooting everything. There's just like one fucking dude on the streets just driving like normal, like do, I'm going about my day. There's no chaos. There's no panic. The only time you see chaos or panic is when it's a close-up shot on the street.
I did notice that in the trailer. You are right. Like when you see, and again, they frame that scene as the big whoa moment.
Yeah.
But then
it's like you look
don't
anywhere but that whoa, oh, big thing, big monster, like blast. It's like, it's kind of like, okay, this is, you're seeing two different things going on.
There should be chaos. You should be, even from that upward view, you should be seeing people freaking out in the streets, cars like,
yeah, it's like, don't just have a car on the goddamn road. It's like you have one car on the road that's visible and it's just traveling like a normal car. Giant thing shooting light beams. You see nobody on the streets. There's not a human soul that you can see from up there, even though you should still be able to see people. No one's freaking out. There's nobody running. There's no signs of car wrecks like you would see in a disaster movie. I know that once it gets down to the street level again, you will see things like that. People running around, fires, things exploding, cars wrecking. You will see that. But there does need to be that consistency.
Yeah, it can't be quiet street, everybody's going about their day, and then, from an aerial view, and then, whoa, when you're on the ground, oh, there's fires, there's car crashes, there's people screaming, running around. Yeah, you're right. It's very
even
jarring.
If that fucking thing appears out of nowhere as a surprise attack, you're still going to see people freaking out or gawking from the street level. Like, no one's going to be like, oh, big ass red thing appearing in our skyline. Oh, yeah, just totally another day. You're not going to be sitting there in your office on the 7th floor, see that thing appear and be like, okay, I'm not going to try to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible.
You might see people with their phones out recording it.
Yeah, but they're going to go down to the street level or get in their cars and get the fuck away. It's like, you're not going to have like what seems to be an everyday average dude at like 3 a.m. probably, because that's the only way they could have gotten that shot where there's one person on the goddamn road. But yeah, there needs to be a little bit more going on the street level, I would say, just in general, from some of the shots to make it a little bit more believable, because it does look good. There's a lot of things that look interesting, and of course I have plenty of negative words about this because A, it's Tron, it's Disney, I have lots of problems. But for the most part, I am actually in on this movie. I do kind of want to see it. I just want it to be as good as it can be, and those are the little things that kind of take me out.
No, and that's valid. I agree with you, because now as I sit here and think about it, I do notice, like in other movies when they do something like that, where like, oh, big chaotic thing. No, here, better example. Back when CW had all the DC shows.
Oh yeah.
And then they would do the crossover, and it was a giant alien invasion, aliens, ships all over the city, this and the other. City looks totally normal, but then when they go to the street level, oh yeah, there's cars flipped over, there's fires here and
buildings
there.
are fucked and
buildings
all that.
are messed up. No people in the streets, or if they are, they're in the background running away, quote,
yeah, it's like you get like your 10 extras and tell them, it's like, just run that direction.
Yeah, exactly. And that always used to bug me, and now that you pointing that out for the Tron trailer, especially in a movie that is going to be very visually, again, the light cycles, the giant juggernaut, all of that, and the fact that like the music, the 9 Inch Nails, that it's going to be very atmospheric. So yeah, you're right, you do need to have that consistency of there's chaos. you need to just show it. Like, you're right. It is going to be one of those, like, oh, nobody's freaking out. And then, oh, wait, now that they're on the ground level, oh, everybody's chaos and this and the other. It's like, you're kind of losing me. Like,
yeah, it's like it's just there is a disconnect there from like the action versus the setting up of the action. Because like I know for a fact that there are those closer in tight shots, because they show some in the trailer where they're on the street level and like there's fire and shit going on in the background. And then of course you'll have the action scene where, like, again, they have the light cycle on the freeway. Cuts the cop car in two. You have chaos happening on the bridge.
Yeah.
It's like you have all of that. Keep it consistent even when there's kind of surprise attacks from the sky, because you're not going to have no one out there on the streets when that's happening. There's not going to be no one. I guarantee if something like that appeared middle of downtown LA, even if it was 2-3 in the morning, there would be car accidents. There would be people out there looking up from the street with their cell phones out, looking at like, what the shit is this? Probably live streaming it on Facebook and all that. There is that disconnect, especially since it is taking place in the modern day. It's like you do need more to be going on to make it, to bring you in a little bit more there. And I really want it to bring me in.
Yeah.
Because like I loved the original Tron. I loved it. I even liked the video games. It's like my nitpicking really comes from a place of love. In this case, it comes from a place of love. For once, instead of just pure hatred. It's like, Disney, stop, don't fuck this up, please. But we'll see. It's like, I'm nitpicking, but it brings me out.
Yeah,
it brings me out. Was there anything that you hadn't already said that you wanted to say about Tron?
Not really at this point. I guess I don't want any more. I know we're gonna get more trailers and TV spots and this and the other. I don't want any more. I think what we have right now, leave it alone, because that's what happened with Legacy. Legacy, one of the last trailers, just showed way too much. And, I get it. Like in this one, you're not going into the cyberspace. They're coming to the real world, but still, don't show us anything else. If there's something else, maybe there's a bigger battle that's actually going to happen. Maybe there's something that happens. Just overall, just stop, please. I know they won't, but it's like, right now you're sitting fine. Apparently at Comic-Con, the panel they did went over super well with Hall H. I mean, they did this whole presentation of like a light show and the music and everything, and then like the wall like opened up and there was like the portal that you see in the trailer, and then like guards walked out of it, and so it was just like, okay, you have people's interests. Don't cause them to lose interest. People will say what they say about Tron, but there is a fan base there. Like you said, you're coming from a place of love, so just let it be. No more, please. Just you got us interested. We're fine.
I see that, and I have a terrible feeling you're probably right that there will still be another trailer that they're going to come out with, and it's going to show too much.
Yeah.
That said, now let's move on to probably the one that I just War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was that? It's like, seriously, what the fuck was that? They feed on our data. It's like, it's 90% like a stream, like a. It's Unfriended, but with aliens.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right. I don't know. Like,
And it looks fucking stupid.
No, yeah, it's not something that looks good. When I saw the trailer, I was just kind of like, when they got to the point where it's like, oh, they feed off of our data, I was like, oh, okay. Like, and obviously they do it because, oh, we're modernizing it. Right now, everybody lives on their computer and their cell phone, and so
and they're doing it in the worst way.
Yeah, but it's just, it doesn't. I like, honestly, when I watched the trailer, when they went done, I was just like, okay, next.
Well, when I first saw as the trailer was starting, and I saw Ice Cube, I was like, okay, that could be interesting. Then I saw him talking to his daughter. I was like, oh my God, are they going to be doing something? Is this like a new Jump Street? Is this going to be a new Jump Street? Because I know with the 22 Jump Street banging his daughter. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's just started going nuts at the end, like after the movie. And it's like, I got to keep tabs on my daughter. And it's going to be kind of like they're going to go comedy with this in a few seconds. And it was like, oh no, this is an alien Unfriended. Why are they doing this to me? This is a personal attack. This is not a movie. This is a personal attack. Yeah, it's like I put in my notes, this looks full on stupid. Like stupid. War of the Worlds through a computer screen and iPhone, Discord, FaceTime calls. This was a movie that, like, even from when they did the radio play, I understood that they were going to eventually make movies on it, but it's like this was something that did not need to be updated. This is one of the things nobody asked for. Who in their right mind at the studio saw this concept and was like, yes, let's give them money for this? It's like, I put in my notes here that how could anybody greenlight this outside of literally banking on this being a financial disaster for tax season? It's like this has nothing.
No.
This has nothing at all going for it. It's like the CG doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
Nobody likes movies where it's like it's all through a screen predominantly.
Yeah.
Why? Just why? Who wanted this? Who? How? This is gonna bomb at the box office, and they're gonna be like, why aren't people going to see the new box office blockbuster for summer or whatever? It's like, no. If they're smart, this is literally a tax write-off movie that they're gonna drop in January.
Yeah, they're gonna drop it like in the dead season.
Yeah, it's gonna be dropped in the middle of January when nobody's going to fucking theaters, and they're gonna forget about it. It's gonna quietly go to a streaming service afterwards, and no one's gonna say a fucking thing about it. That is the best case scenario for this movie.
Yeah, I mean the source material itself, the War of the Worlds. I know that as time has gone on, they've tried to like reinvent it and bring it back. There was the one with
Tom Cruise,
which wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. There's still no way his son should have been alive at the end.
No.
There's no way. I will never accept that his kid somehow survived.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's complete BS. But I will say, for me, whenever it comes to War of the Worlds, if I want to watch anything War of the Worlds related, I will go and look up, it was on, I think, TBS or TNT, one of them, Falling Skies.
That was much better.
It was basically an interpretation of War of the Worlds, but it was a full series, and to me, that right there, that kind of set the bar. So when I saw this trailer, and I was just like,
yeah, it's like this was quite literally one of the worst concepts for an update of a movie or a concept, or actually just it's just a terrible movie. I can already tell you right now that it's going to be a bad movie.
Oh, yeah.
There is no way that this can be a good movie unless they absolutely have some sort of secret sauce that's going to surprise everybody. If this gets anything over a 50% on the critic scale on Rotten Tomato, I will be astonished. If this gets anything over a 20% on the user scale on Rotten Tomato, I will be astonished. I would probably, just because of nostalgia, I'd probably go back and watch like Unfriended again. And Unfriended was stupid. It was stupid. It was a dumb movie, but it could be a fun watch, especially if you're like in an altered state. It's like, it was very fun when you're in an altered state because you could play drinking games with it or something like that.
Fortunately, this movie does not look like it.
No. Or even here's another a horror movie that got shit on quite a bit for good reason. The Gallows.
Oh, the one that was filmed
locally here, yeah.
Fresno State, right?
No, not Fresno State. It was I think it was Fresno High.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that one, I would rather subject myself to that movie again. It was a stupid fucking movie.
Yeah.
But I would very much rather subject myself to that again than even go see War of the Worlds for this updated version, because I like Ice Cube as an actor. Especially in comedies, he does a very good job. He has good delivery. He has good presence, good delivery, and he typically carries himself as a very likable character in a lot of those movies. I think he's miscast in this. I think the movie is a mistake. And that it will look very good for not having to pay a lot of taxes. That's about the sum of that movie. That is very much a tax write-off in movie form. So, Alien Earth. This is the thing I'm probably the most excited about. Yet I probably wrote pretty close to the least about it in my notes. Because it's one of those where it's like I'm very hesitant to feel hope for it, but it looks so good.
It really does.
It's like, it looks so good. Frankly, I am all in on this. It's like, I am very much gonna watch it. I'm not gonna join Disney Plus for it. I'm gonna join Hulu. I know Hulu is owned by Disney, but it's at least it's not. I'm not directly contributing to something that says Disney. Gotcha. That's my thing, because I know it's on FX or it's effectively an FX product of some kind, and that's Fox, and that's owned by Disney because Disney owns everything now, or at least everything that I liked at one point. And that frustrates me to no end. But yeah, I'm all in. I am all in on it because I love the Alien franchise. I love it.
Yeah,
it's one of my earliest memories is watching Alien on VHS. That's one of my earliest memories. It shouldn't be one of my earliest memories, but it is. So that franchise has always had like a very close place in my life, and it really, the trailer doesn't show a lot, but what it shows is intriguing, and I want to know more. I want to see more, and I want to know what type of just horrible chaos erupts both on Earth and in space, because it looks like we're getting both. I'm so in.
It's funny that you say intriguing, because apparently at Comic-Con they showed the first episode.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, they showed the first episode, and that's apparently that's the number one word
I really, really want this to be good.
Yeah.
But again, it's like I'm so hesitant to give them that because again, it's like since it's owned by Disney now, it's like I know it's so far they have been good about not sanitizing it. But I really am always having that kind of worry in the back of my head that they're going to sit there and they're going to sanitize my favorite things that they bought. And that worries me to no end. But that said, it's like I'm going to watch it. I'm probably going to enjoy it. It's like, so unless you have something to say about it.
The main thing that I'm looking forward to about it is the fact that so we now have another corporation because apparently in Alien Earth they explain how there's 5 major corporations that run the world, not just Weyland-Yutani. There's 4 others.
Yeah, they're just the good bad guy effectively.
And then so like we're focusing more on this other corporation. Well, apparently Weyland-Yutani is in the show, but apparently they're focusing more on this other one. And I like the fact that like, oh hey, you're finally expanding the universe and not just making it monsters on a spooky ship.
Yeah, and I love monsters on a spooky ship.
Don't get me wrong. I grew up on the Alien movies.
Oh, yeah.
I love all of them. I even love Alien Resurrection. I know a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to the potential of like when we were talking about Badlands, how supposedly they're connecting because apparently Dan Trachtenberg says yes, this is all leading to essentially AVP. Like eventually we will get there, and it's like, okay, cool. You've already set up quite a few characters for your Predator side. Some that the new ending to Killer of Killers, they're even pulling way back and bringing 2 characters we never thought we'd see again. And apparently Trachtenberg said he's actually met with Arnold Schwarzenegger and they're interested in trying to figure out something. So it's like, okay, cool. If all of this, Alien Earth, any potential Alien movies, any potential Predator stuff, if it's all leading to a good AVP, then okay, cool. I'm down for the ride. Like you, I'm all in. And yeah, like this show, I mean, it's visually,
it looks great.
It looks great. I love the fact that it is set, because the first thought that you think of, oh well, if the ship crash lands on Earth, then a facehugger could easily just go in the sewers and the world is screwed. But no, it's like it crash land on an island.
Yeah, it's like it kind of segments itself in a way where it's not an immediate threat to the populace at large.
Yeah, just a threat to that city that's on that island that we see. So I like how they're doing that. Like they're kind of giving you some boundaries. Like, hey, that way you don't instantly think, oh well, the world is screwed. It's like, no, we're gonna see. And the other thing is that I want to see what these other creatures are, because it's not just xenomorphs.
Yeah, it's like the other creatures will be interesting to see. And then how they decide to play with the xenomorphs, especially with the expanded lore from like Prometheus and what's the other one? Oh, God damn it, my brain's just deciding to stop. The second Prometheus movie, Covenant. Where it's a little bit more. Oh, they even did it back with as early as Alien 3 and Resurrection, where the alien takes on a little bit of how, or characteristics of whoever or whatever it injects the egg into. So with that, I want to see how they're going to play with that a little bit. One of the biggest things that has always been, especially with modern and the really old Alien ones, like Alien 1, even 2, like the Ridley Scott, James Cameron, and kind of the similar ones with recent, it's like cinematography has been a huge focus with a lot of these.
Yeah.
And with the trailer for this, the camera work looks exquisite so far. And that really pleases me, because it's like, if you can frame a shot, and this is one of my biggest like happy moments when it came to Long Legs specifically, is the framing and how you use the camera in the movie or in the show is going to really tell how well it's received, especially as something that's a little bit more on the horror side of things. Because Predator was never too horror-y. It was a lot more like kind of action-based. Yeah. I mean, you had action stars in the fucking movies, for crying out loud. Even though there was a lot of tension in those Predator movies, the Alien ones were much heavier on building that tension, having longer shots that not only were framed for that tension, but would hold on that tension. And in the trailer, it seemed to favor a lot of those shots, both for kind of setting the stage and letting you see things as they are on that island, but also in the moments where it was like, again, kind of on the ship, you have that shot that kind of lingers on the crew there for a couple seconds while slowly drawing back a little bit as they're kind of starting to get into the hallway. It's things like that that really kind of like, okay, cool. At least the people that are writing this and are producing and directing it are familiar with the things that made the series work in the first place. And that does give me kind of a little like, oh, thank God it's not going to be, it shouldn't be outright terrible. I still reserve some sort of like, oh dear God, please don't screw this up. But I do actually have some kind of hope, and I'm stupid for having it. But I have hope, damn it. It's like, I love this franchise.
Well, I mean, the director, Dan Trachtenberg, he seems to understand Alien and Predator. So hopefully it's good. That's the only thing I can say at this point.
Yeah, it's like I have a lot of hope for it. And here's, please, Trachtenberg, please don't fuck this up. Please.
Don't do it.
Please. Masters of the Universe. Apparently that's happening. That's all we really know. It's fucking happening.
Well, I did like the fact that apparently it's like an updated version of the original animated series theme. So I was like,
which is kind of nice.
That's nice.
It's like, that's nice, and I guess that they're doing or they're going to release it same day around the world. That's the only reason why I could understand why they might do like Masters of the Universe coming next year, effectively, in all the different languages.
I'm guessing. I mean, that was like, I mean, it's not even a teaser or anything. Well, no, it's just like an announcement.
Yeah, it was basically an announcement more than a trailer or anything, even though it landed on all the trailer lists.
And then I know at Comic-Con they showed the Sword of Power. They showed Skeletor's staff. Back at CinemaCon this past year, they had a panel for it. They showed, I don't think they showed footage. They showed a lot of concept art, and apparently the number one thing was, hey, if you're a stickler for costumes, say no more. This is, you're gonna
bondage outfits. Yes.
Essentially, like, you're getting a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie. And it was funny because I know when they showed the picture of Adam on Earth apparently getting arrested by a cop, everybody's like, oh God, they're going back to Earth. No. And because that's always been the problem that people had with the original movie was
All of it was on Earth.
All of it was on Earth, and we wanted, like, in the beginning shot, when you see, like, the tanks and everything destroyed, and that, you're like, okay, yes, and then it goes right to Earth, and you're like, no, I don't care.
It's like, I don't give a shit what he's gonna do in Chicago,
yes,
or
like,
New York.
Like, take me back to Eternia. Like, don't get me wrong, Skeletor's big ship appearing in the street, that was a little nice. Like, oh, okay, cool.
That was so silly. I loved it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, can we go back to Eternia? And then, you know, we go back to Eternia, and we get arguably one of the best villain monologues when he gets all when he finally gets all the power, and that's like, yes, again, guilty pleasure for me. I love that movie.
Oh,
I grew up with it.
It's one of my favorite bad movies.
Yeah,
because it's a bad movie.
Yeah,
but it's one of my favorite bad movies.
And so, like, I'm wondering with this one, Masters of the Universe, how are they going to play it out? It's also one of those things is like, how are you going to pull off Prince Adam and He-Man? Because in the show, in a lot of the iterations of the show, whether animated or animated shows or even the comics, Prince Adam looks one way, and then He-Man looks jacked.
Yeah, well, it's I would say Prince Adam, especially in the older animation, it's like there was very little change outside of like, oh, I'm in my comfy clothes, and then suddenly bondage gear, and it's like
loincloth.
Yeah, it was just like he just got rid of his comfy clothes, like his everyday stuff, and it was like, oh, I'm just jacked under all this. Now you can see it because I used the sword. And it just flashed away my normal clothes, and you just get to see what's underneath. So it's kind of like I do want to see what they're going to do with this. I would like to see a little bit more. It's going to be live action, right?
Yeah, live action. Live action, if I remember correctly, it is. She's from Community. I can't remember her name. She's playing Evelyn.
Alison Brie, probably.
Yeah, Alison Brie was cast as Evelyn. Apparently, Jared Leto is Skeletor.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, so because their rumor is that we're gonna see him in his, I guess you could say, human form, and then we're gonna see the whole, like, his face getting burned off, and then the skeleton portion remaining. So it's like, okay, cool, I'm down for it. I just don't want this to be watered down. Like, I believe it's a PG-13 movie, but like push the limit on that PG. Like in the fights, let them be brutal. Because
yeah,
again,
it's like let them have some action.
Yeah, let them actually be like brutal, and because again, they're all like, if you look at the name of the title, Masters of the Universe, because they were all super powerful. You know, they're not just like your everyday like, oh, I'm Jack. Hi, how you doing? Like, no, it's like, dude, I'm He-Man. I can lift a mountain and throw it at you. And Skeletor, for all the jokes, he's actually pretty powerful in his own right.
Yeah,
like,
it's like outside of Prince Adam having the sword. If Prince Adam did not have the sword, there would be no standing up against Skeletor for him.
Yeah.
Skeletor would wipe him off the map every time. The 1v1 me scrub. He would get the 360 no scope.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's like it would be game over very quickly. So for how little we know about it, I am in.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised that all they did for fucking Comic-Con was show the goddamn name and say, hey, it's coming next year. Okay, next year.
That is funny because they just showed that, but yet at Comic-Con they had a booth, like a sizable booth with the Castle Grayskull entrance. They had like the 2 key weapons on display, and apparently they had some other stuff on display too. And so it's like, why didn't you guys at least give us a teaser? Like, you know, like you could have just done something as simple as Adam, you see his hand pick up the sword.
Yeah, literally, that would have been enough.
And then, it fades to black and you just hear him say, I have the power. And then just boom, Masters of the Universe, the theme playing.
Yeah, it's like that would have been like a perfect teaser. Even if that doesn't even fucking happen in the movie, that would have been the perfect teaser.
Exactly. That would have been just enough. And so I agree with you. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cool. We got
it's like we got word, it's an announcement.
But like, if you, especially because it's He-Man, I feel like they really need to put money into advertising.
Oh,
like they need to get this all over the place. You need to be getting toys ready, because let's be real, it's
get the Fortnite skins going.
Yes, no, and they're gonna happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If that doesn't happen, that's just a missed opportunity.
If the movie is even semi decent,
well, like before Fantastic Four even released, they already had the Fortnite skins. Yeah. So it's like there's no reason for them to not do that.
Oh my god, I just realized if they release a Skeletor skin, it's just gonna be the Darth Vader skin all over again.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
You're just gonna be in game. Remember, like, oh, shut up.
Oh yeah, it's like you're just gonna suddenly it's gonna be memed into oblivion immediately, and I love that.
Yeah, I'm for it. I'm hopeful, but we shall see. It'd be nice to get a teaser or a trailer or something.
We'll probably end up getting it in a month or two, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And that's where we'll probably get like a real kind of teaser of some kind. It'll probably launch alongside another movie. But
watch when it comes out, then the next episode that we do, we're like, so that trailer came out. Now we know why they didn't.
It's like, we're going to lead a revolution against Hollywood. Let's see here. I think this one we'll probably end up getting into for a second and passing on from. The Boys Gen V Season 2.
I did not watch the first season.
Me either.
So I can't really talk. I know about like the key stuff.
Yeah.
Because you see it online. But overall, like, I've never really been super into The Boys. I don't hate it. I know about it. I just haven't really like sat down and watched any of it. So I cannot really say much on this. I mean, it looks good. Just on the visual technical aspect, it looks good. It looks interesting, and I'm pretty sure I will eventually sit down and watch. But as of right now, like, I can't really say much else.
Yeah, it's like I watched the first 2 seasons of The Boys because it's like I read the full comic line when it first came out. Loved that. Like how they decided to update for screen because it worked very well. And it also kind of was able to streamline some things that just didn't necessarily work, especially standard over time. But watching the trailer for you're gonna hear this again in 2 shows. It kind of just feels like a standard high school mystery.
Yeah.
With a little like superhero and Garcia thrown in.
Oh wait, you mean Sky High?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that basically.
Kind of like that. Just
Sky High, but with cursing and blood.
Yeah, there we go. That pretty much sums it up. That's a good way to put it. That's what it kind of feels like to me. And so maybe one day I'll watch it because, like, I like The Boys. I do need to get current with it, and I would like to eventually get current with it because I do enjoy it. But it just doesn't really look like it's grabbing me. So we'll just kind of like pass that one off to the side.
Yeah.
It'll maybe be watched eventually. Maybe. Critical Role, The Mighty Nine.
I know nothing about it aside from what I saw in the trailer. Looks like it's gonna be funny. That weird little goblin You know, like trying to like seduce the guards or whatever.
Of course.
Yeah, no. Again, know nothing about it, but it looks just from the little bits of dialogue we got in that, it just looks like it's gonna be funny, and it looks like it's just right. You said it's Critical Role, right?
Yeah.
Just, you know, another great thing that they're gonna give us.
Yeah, it's like I personally, it's like I'm not a huge Critical Role fan as far as their real plays. I'm not a huge fan of that because again, it's like it's for the most part it's been like one long storyline for a very long time, and I do not want to go back and invest all that time into it. And I know I can get into their more recent stuff that has been more kind of like current storyline, like with I think it was Candela Obscura and like one or two other little things, but it's like I like and respect a lot of the players. I'm happy with just watching them as clips. I already watched Dimension 20.
Yeah.
That's still very good. That is a time ask because each episode typically tends to be 2+ hours for across either one of the two series.
Hey, we know that feeling.
Oh yeah, like we're probably gonna do that today. We're pretty close actually, but I do like how with the Critical Role properties that they decided to start getting them animated, and that it's making it a lot more accessible for people who don't want to put that time investment in. And being that I'm one of those people that doesn't want to put that time investment in because my time is getting more and more valuable because I don't have as much of it, I'm happy to see it animated and to be able to pop in and enjoy the characters that I get to see in at least all the clips in a longer form way that's not going to take a chunk of my day for weeks of my life at least. So I'm happy about that. And it does look good. The animation has always been really pretty top notch for what they've done recently.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. It looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah, same here.
Now here's we're doing a speed run because it's mostly TV shows at this point. Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Fuck that shit. I am not looking forward to that in the slightest.
I have a feeling it's just going to be like a standard.
Degrassi.
Yeah, there you go, Degrassi. Yeah, but I will say, you know, like I'm not a super big like Star Trek person, but you know I've seen all the movies, all the shows.
Oh yeah.
Forth. It would be nice if this was good. I just don't know. I
don't have any faith in it. It's like there's like a couple little things in there that are kind of like, oh look, call back to Kirk.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna do a lot of nostalgia baiting.
Yeah,
it's like yeah. Just give us a show that follows this crew, because essentially that's probably what it's gonna lead to. That they're all gonna end up on
a ship.
A ship. So just give us a cast of crew that we can like, and don't make them, oh, you remind me of Kirk when he was here, or you remind me of this person. No. Make them their own people. Don't make them just the younger version without saying their.
Yeah, it's like, this is totally just taking the personality, put it on them. But yeah, it's like Paramount has not had a good track record with Star Trek lately. They really haven't. And then when I saw that this Starfleet Academy, as it was starting in the trailer, I'm like, okay, what are they going to be doing with Starfleet Academy? Then they started introducing the characters, at least visually, and kind of like giving the personality through just images and little clippets of them interacting with others or whatnot going on. And it was kind of like, okay, so there's basically, this is why I said it's going to be hearing Degrassi the second time. I was like, it's giving me Degrassi with a sci-fi space budget.
Yeah.
Which for all intents and purposes, should be good. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't look like there's anything Star Trek outside of the Academy about it. There's like, they don't give a sense of adventure. They don't give a sense of like action. It looks like it's going to be a melodrama set at Starfleet Academy with maybe some occasional space kerfuffles. It does not. It looks like it'll probably try to be pandery.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I really did. I grew up on Star Trek. That was like my thing when I was growing up. It's like I watched the original series. I watched The Next Generation as it was airing. I watched Deep Space Nine. I watched Voyager with my dad. I even watched Enterprise with my dad. I played all the video games. I didn't read the comics or the books because at that particular time I was not watching or reading those because I was just going about my business being a video game nerd. And I think at that time I was also probably playing Magic. So I was reading cards, not books. Or I was playing Magic really heavily at that time. But so it's like I have a large history with Star Trek, personally. And it almost feels like Paramount is doing everything within their power to both milk it and destroy it at the same time. It's like they're kind of pulling a Disney in a sense, except Disney did get some good sense to kind of pull back a little bit and be like, okay, fans want a little bit more, or a little bit of the darker and a little bit more kind of Jedi and Sith action, but for it to actually make sense in the greater scheme of things, rather than just be like, again, somehow Palpatine returned. That's literally how it happened. Somehow. So it's like Disney made a lot of bad calls with Star Trek or Star Wars, and Paramount has made a lot of bad calls with Star Trek, and I think that they haven't learned their lessons quite yet, because Star Trek was always about discovery. There was always a level of diplomacy. There was always some action, and a lot of the interpersonal things tied directly into the goings-ons in the greater scheme for the storylines, like the Ferengi on, like, especially with Deep Space Nine. There's lots of stuff going on with the Ferengi. There was lots of stuff going on with the Borg and the Next Generation. In the original, you had all kinds of different species. It was kind of like a species a week. But then you also had the Romulan, the Vulcan, all of these different like factions that were both either directly against the Federation or supported but weren't always signing off on Federation things. And then how a lot of those interactions would take place had a lot to do with how the characters were interacting with each other on the ship. So it's like you had the small scale of the conflict and you had the large scale of the conflict. And taking all that down to just like, oh, school level, that doesn't... Why? Nobody ever has been like, I want to see what it's like at Star Wars school for a whole season. Or not Star Wars, Star Trek school.
I was about to say you're crossing the stream.
Yeah, it's too many of these things, and this is what I get for talking for 2 fucking hours. But yeah, it's like no one's ever wanted to see that. It's like people wanted to see Jedi training. People do want to see that because it's like, for the most part, that's never truly touched on in depth in any capacity. And the Jedi and Sith both can do some really cool shit. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can shoot lightning. How do you train to shoot lightning? That would be an interesting thing to see, because then it's like, what type of fuck ups can you have along the way? How can you make it fun? How can you make it exciting to shoot lightning out of your hands? Star Trek. This is how you approach a foreign dignitary if you are out in the field. Here's maybe a hand-to-hand class. Okay, cool. We got our action.
The class that teaches you how to set your phaser to stun.
Yeah, stun instead of kill. But besides that, though, I don't foresee it really. I think this is going to be a single season thing, unless Paramount wants to, like, just drop money. Unless they need a tax write-off. Because, oh,
who knows? Maybe we'll be proven wrong, and maybe it won't be Degrassi. Maybe it'll actually be. I don't know. The trailer wasn't horrible, but it was just one of those where it's like, cool concept, but like you said, why? So hopefully.
Okay. So there's only 3 things left on this. And this one we're going to zoom by, because I have a feeling both of us have almost no words about it outside of why. Walking Dead Daryl Dixon.
I knew you were going to bring this one up.
It was on the trailer list.
Yeah.
There was a trailer. Why? I know people love Norman Reedus.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why. That I guarantee literally that's the only reason why. But I fell off of the Walking Dead boat way back when.
Oh yeah.
So I don't watch the show. I don't really care to watch it, because again, I fell off the boat way back when.
Yeah, it's like I fell off right about the prison.
Yeah, we were right around there.
Because it was kind of like, okay, they're kind of departing enough from the source where I was kind of like, okay, I know they're going to go their own direction. I didn't necessarily like the direction, so I just walked away. And that was how many years ago at this point?
Sheesh, a good while. Good while.
Like,
I think like maybe close to like 10.
Probably. It's like the way I put it in my notes here is like, look, I'm glad Norman Reedus is getting work. I love him. But I'm so over The Walking Dead. AMC has been milking the hell out of this franchise, and it doesn't, like, the series itself doesn't look remotely interesting to me.
Yeah.
But just as a franchise, I sincerely think AMC is just beating it like it's a dead horse. They are just, it's the new season. Go out, beat out another round of Walking Dead, come back in, and we'll ship it. That seems to be what it does. They just go back out behind AMC headquarters. They just beat the shit out of a dead horse. Whatever falls out, that's the new season. And here we go. And it sucks because it's like, I do like horror things and I like zombies. I am so utterly uninterested in The Walking Dead now. It's overstayed its welcome by a lot. To me.
No, I agree. Like I said, I don't really have much else to say. Like again, glad Norman Reedus has work. The show doesn't look visually, it doesn't look horrible, so it's not like, there's a budget there, but it just, I have no desire to jump back into that world.
Yeah, it's they haven't done anything that has really brought me back into the Walking Dead universe since like the first season of Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And that was like cool. I was hoping it was going to be a one and done season.
No.
And that was not remotely the case. That's all I ended up watching was just season 1. Because after that, I was like, cool, I am all good with this. And it was great. But fuck that. Fuck that. AMC, please stop. please learn when to quit. This one I think you're gonna be super happy about. Aztec Batman.
Oh yeah. No, that's a movie.
Yeah, Aztec Batman.
Yeah, Aztec Batman. Animation. It's a little takes a minute to get used to when you're watching the trailer.
Yeah, because it's kind of Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah, to a point. I love the fact that like pretty much every Batman animated thing. Oh, guess what? Catwoman.
Well, Catwoman, and then my first note is parents dead. Lol.
Oh yeah.
Conquistadors come in, kill your daddy.
I was like, oh look, Two-Face is a conquistador. Okay.
And Joker too.
The surprising and little. Oh look, there's the Joker, and then you look and it's like, oh wait, that doesn't look like it's a conquistador. That's the Joker. It looks like it's one of the tribe that he went crazy. So I'm like, okay,
And then Poison Ivy too is there.
Yeah, Poison Ivy, which apparently she's more of an actual goddess. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to tie her to the green.
Oh, well, that would be kind of nice. But then again, it's like seeing Poison Ivy is always a nice thing.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Yeah, so I like it. And from one of the, I think the panel that they did for it, apparently they said that this isn't the only Mesoamerican story that they're going to tell. Supposedly,
nice.
And not just Batman. Apparently, other DC characters are going to get like this treatment, or they're going to actually start tapping into like Hispanic heroes.
Okay, that could be kind of nice.
And like starting to show some stuff like that, which I'm
yeah, it's like
Hispanic, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's like I'm all down for like, because especially with like Batman, they already did kind of the whole like Batman throughout history. There's always been a Batman. When they did this, I forgot what it was. There was one storyline. I forgot what they called it, but there's always a Batman. And so it's gonna like there's always gonna be one. So it's like, why not have one in the Aztec world?
I mean, like, what was it? Gotham by Gaslight?
Yeah.
The one where he
Victorian.
The Victorian one. That one was actually pretty good. So I'm looking forward to this. I like the fact that it's definitely not for kids.
Yeah, thankfully. It's like that's one thing DC Animation has done exquisitely, is they don't like go like, oh, it's animated, it's going to be for the child audience. Like, no, they're like, we're just making an animated movie. It's not that it's going to be for kids. It's going to be an animated movie for our audience. And I respect them for that. And that's one thing that the DC kind of studios all around, that they've done exquisitely. They have done very good animation projects, and they've kept their animation on the map.
Yeah.
Especially as just a not for kids thing. And that's something. It's like they have the stuff for kids, or for the younger audiences, I should say. But they also do have a lot of stuff that is for the more adult crowd. I still am pissed at DC for getting rid of the Vertigo imprint for comics. But I'm happy that they still do kind of embrace the older crowd and the more adult crowd, where it's like, oh, it's like M-rated instead of being like, oh, I can't say this word, so I'll say unalive. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they don't pull that bullshit. And it genuinely looks good. Then again, I've liked a lot of the Batman movies that have been animated. They tend to do a great job, and I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it.
The one thing that I did notice in the trailer is I love the fact that before the conquistadors arrive, his world is full of color and light, and everything's good. And then obviously he sees his dad get killed. It's in the trailer, guys. Don't get upset. We all know what happens.
I'd say Batman has to have no parents.
And he dies, and then the trailer transitions from color to dark and grays and black, and all the
everything was vibrant.
Yeah.
And then no.
And then like I said, that's why I like it, because it really looks like it's not holding back. Like that when they attack the tribe, it looks like it's going to be a brutal attack, and it looks like I also like the fact that there is that one line where he does say, you know, even with all your training, I'm still not strong enough to stop them. Okay, cool. This is a Batman that isn't Batman wins. This is a Batman that's like, I'm good, but I'm still not good enough.
Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to seeing how how long it's going to be, so I can see how they're going to incorporate all the characters that they want.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it really is. And then how they decide to go about getting this world cohesive for like Batman in this, because of course with this Aztec Batman, of course you have like Catwoman, who's probably going to be based off of like I don't want to say like a cheetah or anything like that, but it's like a jaguar.
Yeah,
there we go.
I was gonna say, I think
like a jaguar style Catwoman. Then you're gonna have Poison Ivy, who just looks like Poison Ivy in this case, because it's like, okay, they can't really do much else with her, give her much else of a treatment.
This one, it kind of played off. I think they even kind of say some dialogue. Like I said, it seems like she's portrayed more as like an actual goddess, and not just like, oh, I'm just a woman that controls. But no, it's like, no, I'm an actual goddess.
Yeah, it's like she has a lot more kind of the supernatural connection this time. And I do very much like how they're going with Two-Face as like the main conquistador villain.
That's what I like. Well, one, Two-Face is my favorite Batman rogue, and so I love the fact that you know they put Joker in there, and that's cool. We'll see how much of a role he plays, but I do love the fact that yes, it wasn't the Joker who's the main one. At least not from what we can see so far. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll have a.
There's gonna be something.
And I put money on it. $10. That's the sequel bait. Is the Joker.
Honestly, probably.
Because even in the TMNT crossover with Batman, at the very end, Joker reveals himself again, and it's like, and rumor is they're working on another one of those too. So it's like, okay, cool.
That makes sense. That's it. We should always love when WB graces us with their animated stuff, because it typically tends to be pretty peak. It's like they haven't, when it comes to a DC animated thing, they really haven't dropped the ball yet, and I don't foresee them dropping the ball on this one either. It looks good. The animation looks nice. Again, you hit on how it went from kind of vibrant to dark. They know how to use their colors. Everything about it is very good, from the trailer at least. So I have high hopes. For that.
Yeah.
Now we have the very last one. After 2 hours of recording, we have our final little trailer that we watched today.
I do have one other one but it's weird because I'm not even sure if it was a trailer released during Comic-Con. I don't know if it's a trailer for a comic, for a movie, or an animated series, because it is Ridley Scott and Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp is apparently playing Dr. Jekyll, but he looks like he's already reverted to his Mr. Hyde form. And it's live action. It's really him sitting there, but then it cuts to like panels of like a comic book. So I'm like, it's called Hyde, Hyde. I have no idea if it's like a animated thing, a live action movie, or a comic, but they made this trailer, they released it. It's him just talking to a brain and arguing with it as he's creating this ugly, horrible substance. He drinks it. He literally has he trips like he's on opium, and he talks about what he sees, and all this graphic imagery plays by again, it was a trailer that dropped during Comic-Con. I don't know what it's about, what it actually is, but it was intriguing enough. I mean, you see the names Johnny Depp and Ridley Scott, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, no idea about that at all.
Yeah. I only found that last night.
Oh, yeah. No idea on that one, so I definitely wouldn't have seen it then. Oh well. Yeah. But if it looks interesting, I'll take a look at it later. Maybe I'll report back next week if I remember. But the last one on the list is It, Welcome to Derry, which we watched right before recording
this.
Yes,
we did. I will say this before you have your words. Visually, looks great.
Yeah, I will agree on that.
Looks great. It definitely looks like it is from the world of It. Same word, It, so much. It does look like, okay, we are being pulled back into that world. We're being pulled back in a different time frame, though. This is in the past. So, cool. We're getting some more lore. Looks visually disturbing in some scenes. And it's like, okay, cool. You're not holding your punches. Let's go. Now, with that being said, go ahead.
Yeah, I got words. Who the fuck asked for this? Because again, it does look visually appealing, but it totally, to me, it screams cash grab.
Yeah.
It screams absolute cash grab.
You know what it is, right? Halloween Horror Nights.
I might do it. Yeah, release it around Halloween, get all that stuff going.
I guarantee you there will be. If WWE has a haunted house at the Halloween Horror Nights, this is getting its own haunted house scaring thing.
But yeah, it's like as I watched the trailer, it was kind of like, okay, I like it. Especially, I read the book, I watched the original movie, I watched the new movies. I don't see, outside of the studio wanting and hoping that people really still care about it as a character or as a concept, outside of the studio hoping and praying on that being still very relevant, I don't see how or why this ever got greenlit. Because, I mean, the character of It is a supernatural entity. It's not from our world. It's technically not an alien. It's an entity from another plane of existence. Yet, it seems to be exerting far more control over the city than we've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's still at a weak point. What? Then again, I'm a nerd. But yeah, I know that it can cause hallucinations, especially when it targets you. But it tends to not target adults.
I did notice that.
And there's a lot of kids here in this, but why is an adult seeming to be the main character when it targets primarily kids? I know adults will typically, like in the original book and in the movies, like they come back to fight it off as adults.
Yeah.
So it can interact with adults. It can influence adults. But it typically doesn't go after adults.
Yeah, exactly.
It goes after the kids because it feeds off a very specific thing, fear, and what fear is going to be the best for it. The pure fear of a child, where it's not a directed fear. At least that's my interpretation of why it primarily goes after children. And it's probably technically also easier, where adults tend to be a little bit more rigid in their fears and how they operate around them. But yeah, on top of that, it's a weird fucking clown thing that it's like, why go after adults when you could scare the living shit out of kids just by being a clown?
Just walk up, ooh,
honk honk. But yeah, it's like I really just don't know who this is made for, because if it had followed shortly after the movies, I think it probably would have been a little bit more or I would have been a little bit more kind of lenient on like, why is this being made? But since it's long enough after the movies, and I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be adding any damn thing to the lore that matters outside of just like, oh no, it's gonna get other people, or that other people are gonna fight it off. I don't know how or why they're doing this and how it's gonna matter for anything, because I mean, it's like in the books it's very defined, and I don't know why they would try to expand it, because then it's like, if they try to expand on it and they don't expand on it in a fun way that still kind of adheres to a little bit of the books, they're going to lose the people who like the books.
Yeah.
They could do stuff that might contradict things that are later, like for the movies that have already been released. And if they do anything that contradicts that, they're going to lose the people that like that stuff, because it takes them out. It's kind of like with the Tron thing, effectively. It's like there's going to be little things that kind of take you out. And you can only do that to so many audiences.
Yeah, before it backfires.
Yeah, and it looks visually good, like you said. But I'm just like, why? If they can answer that question as to why they decided to do this, or if they could show why they decided to do this show.
I feel like this was probably something that when Andy Muschietti directed the two It movies, I have a feeling that this was part of the
whole universe.
The whole universe was, there's going to be a TV show. We're going to do a TV show as well. And he was like, okay, cool. I'll do that too. They're like, yeah, we want you to do all of it. Like, okay, cool. Does the It movies. But then a little movie that apparently was the best comic book movie ever made, which was a lie, The Flash, came in. And he had to go work on that. And then, did all of that. And then, oh yeah, don't forget, you got to come back to do the show. Okay, I will. Oh wait, I'm doing this other movie, and then it just got spread out.
That is a possibility where it just kept getting pushed
down
the road.
And I think that's what happened. I think, again, I have no knowledge on this. I do just think that possibly that's what it was.
It would make sense.
They had a plan where it's like, okay, we're gonna release these movies, and then we're gonna do this TV series. The TV series is gonna set as a prequel, so that way, if you didn't like the movies, it's not connected to it. Or if you really love the movies and you don't want the lore that's there to be ruined for you, this is its own thing set way, way in the past. So if you don't want to acknowledge it at all, you don't have to. But this is just, we're wanting to give more to the character. Because, like arguably, Pennywise is definitely one of the, Mount Rushmore of horror icons. He's up
True.
there. I mean, he doesn't beat the big four, but
Yeah, it's like he's not quite there, at least as far as movies go.
Yeah,
but
like in all other types of media,
he's definitely up there, because he's very recognizable, and
I mean,
honestly, very recognizable because of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
He kind of set the standard as to like, okay, this is kind of how he looks, and then Skarsgård did a phenomenal job with the most recent one.
He made that dance a meme.
Oh yeah, it was like he made the dance a meme, but also it's like Skarsgård, they gave him makeup that was a lot like the original Pennywise that Tim Curry did, but they just kind of turned everything up to 11 a little bit there, and they did it in the right spots to make it just off-putting.
Yeah,
where it's not like, oh, I'm just a clown. It's now it's like, okay, there's something wrong with you, but you're a clown.
Yeah, like the original, Pennywise in that one, yeah, he did look like a clown. That if you saw him, if you're out, and
it was very bozo.
Yeah, you saw him, you're like, okay, clown. You know, if you don't like clowns, it might be an issue, but like you seem like, okay, clown. But Skarsgård's Pennywise really does look like, why are you here?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I see that you're a clown, but you're also a nightmare.
No.
But yeah, that with Welcome to Derry, it's like I kind of wish that it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
What I would like for it to have been would either be like Welcome to Derry and just have it be kind of a catch-all for Stephen King bullshit. Because there's a lot. Stephen King, the vast majority of his books happen in Maine. Bangor, Derry, I think there's a couple that kind of get outside of that area, or Castle Rock, things like that. But for the most part, it's kind of in those kind of smaller New England towns. Why not just do like, hey, we're doing a show called Welcome to Derry, and it's a catch-all for Stephen King bullshit. All of his supernatural shit is gonna happen. Yeah. It's gonna happen in Derry. You're gonna enjoy it. That would be fun.
Yeah, one thing I will say about the trailer is that it kind of looked like they just took scenes from the most recent movies, and different characters there, but like them watching the movie on the projector.
Yeah,
that was a big scene in the newest versions of the movie. Remember the whole they're watching it, and then he pops out of it, and it's all like woo, and it kind of looks like, oh, you just kind of took that scene and you put it here, you put different characters, and maybe he doesn't pop out of it like he did in the movie.
It's like they're going to try to subvert your expectations.
Yeah, and it looks like they just pulled a couple other scenes, and again, different characters, but
yeah,
same thing. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it's like I'll give it a shot, but I still very much am kind of like, who is this made for? Why is this being made? Who asked for this? Because I can answer no one to practically all of that. That said, I'll give it a shot because, like, again, I like Stephen King stuff. I do like Stephen King as a writer. I like a lot of the media that's produced around Stephen King's works. I'm giving it a shot. I will give it a shot. I will not. I will shit on it if it needs to be shit on. But if it turns out to be good, I am more than happy to say, go watch this shit. But yeah, I guess that was kind of the trailers for Comic-Con. Not a lot of comic book movies.
Not angry about that.
Yeah, it's like even though it's Comic-Con, it's known for comic books and comic movies. I'm just happy with I'm happy with what we got. Although it's like there are some things where it's like, yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit more kind of the more directly nerd shit.
Well, if you think about it, because I have my list right here, looking at everything. Not comic book, outside of like Aztec Batman, not comic book, but this is just all stuff that nerds, geeks. This is all stuff Comic-Con is known for.
Especially now.
Like, this is, you have sci-fi, you have horror, you have action, you have possibly comedy in there somewhere. You got fantasy.
That Welcome to Derry. Comedy.
There you go. Yeah. So, like, you have all of that. So, yeah, no comic book stuff, but look, there's something on this list for everybody.
Yeah, for the most part. It's like, I know Comic-Con did start out as a comic book convention with pretty much the focus being predominantly on comic books and comic book nerds and comic book news. And it has expanded into more or less a pop culture convention more than anything. And it does have still the slightly more nerdy bent, like the ones that are a lot more fans, a little bit more intense about their liking of these things. And yeah, there really is kind of a little something for everybody on there as far as the ones who are going to appreciate it. But yeah, it's kind of funny to see one of these pop up and not be like, oh, 6 of them are Marvel movies.
Yeah, well, it was interesting this year. Both DC and Marvel didn't even go to Comic-Con. James Gunn went, but not DC.
And the only DC property
was
Aztec Batman.
Oh no!
Actually,
Peacemaker.
A Peacemaker, but
that's a show. It's not a movie.
Yeah, so it's like you had like Aztec Batman, so animated, and then Peacemaker. Ta-da!
Yeah.
That was like the extent of, I think, the comic book, or the big comic book to the screen this year, and that's kind of interesting. The past, even recent past, it's been very different.
Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe
we'll probably get like a fucking PlayStation Direct style Marvel thing in the near future.
Well, don't forget DC.
Oh yeah, that, fucking D23 or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, no, that's Disney.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's fucking Marvel.
Yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, so they'll probably do their stuff there. DC, remember during COVID, did their own event.
That's true.
And that the first one they did was well. The second one, not as much because they didn't really have a lot. And it's like, oh, you probably shouldn't have done this. You could and then, James Gunn did his whole thing where when he announced the beginning of the DCU, it was just him in front of the camera. Hey guys, this is what it's called.
It'll probably drop on YouTube in like a month or two, and then everybody's be like, "Oh, you hear this?" It's like, no.
Like I honestly, I know I said it in one of the episodes. I honestly thought we were getting a Supergirl teaser.
Yeah,
we got nothing.
Yeah, that was actually kind of surprising that we didn't get something like that. Well, maybe soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably soon, honestly. I would expect probably with Peacemaker, once that one actually drops.
Yeah.
That's probably about the time that they're gonna like maybe give it a month after Peacemaker, and then be like, oh, look, Supergirl's coming out.
Okay, especially if she's referenced in it.
Yeah.
If she is referenced in it, oh yeah, they're gonna drop something, even a simple little teaser. That'd be cool. I was just about to say something. Apparently there was a trailer. I don't know for sure because I read a couple different things on it. Wile E. Coyote versus Acme.
Apparently they're finally going to release it?
Yeah, next year. It comes out next year. The panel was hilarious because they're up there just talking and they're talking about it, and one of the actors who plays the lawyer in the movie came out and said, nope, this all has to stop. This right here is a cease and desist order. Where people are asking questions. He's like, I have a cease and desist order. This is a property of Warner Brothers. And then he looked at like apparently some cosplayers. He's like, sir, that costume right there, that's a Warner Brothers property, so you have to take that off.
Now.
You too. And then even Wile E. Coyote came on stage. It was a dude dressed up as him, and somebody asked him a question, and just like the coyote does, held up a sign that said no, got up, waved, and left. And that was it. But supposedly they showed either a trailer or something from the movie, and people are saying it looks good.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things is like all early reporting for that movie when it was originally being shot and finished was that it was actually supposed to be really pretty good, and then Warner Brothers just was like, nope, we're shelving this, and because they were doing taxes, and they're like, okay, what is a property that we can't immediately bank on giving us gangbusters money? And they saw that and were like, okay, that will go to archive, we're gonna take that as a loss. And now years down the line, or at least that's my interpretation of what happened. Now, years down the line, looks like they're finally like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, we'll release this because people kept calling us out on this. So here, take it, and hopefully it's good. Because it's like that was just weird. It's like I hated that because they had like, even if they were trash, they still had like several movies completely finished that they're just like shelving this.
R.I.P. back then.
Yeah, Well, apparently that one wasn't going to be very good. So it's like, it's not a huge loss, but still, I would have liked to have seen it.
I would have just liked to see Brendan Fraser be a villain. Because apparently he was actually really good as Firefly. So it's like, you know.
Maybe never see it.
Maybe never will. Maybe, who knows. I saw like some image of him recently. I guess he was at a fan screening of The Mummy. And it was him putting the film into it. And there was like, oh, what's more iconic than Brendan Fraser putting in the film for the movie The Mummy in for fans to watch? He looks in really good shape.
Yeah, it's like he's done some work.
Yeah. Well, there's another rumor going around that they finally are doing another Mummy movie.
Huh.
But funny enough, if it goes through, especially with Aztec Batman being a thing, it's supposed to be set in Mesoamerica, dealing with a cursed conquistador. Couldn't say that right. Conquistador, who can like raise the dead. You know, basically like all the other mummies. But yeah, and it's supposed to be Brendan Fraser and the original actress that played Evie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, supposedly they've both like agreed to it. I keep seeing it pop up online all over the place. So it's like, obviously, until something official is said, you take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's like
but the fact that
until we actually like see it in production.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that like the only reason I'm even bringing it up is because I keep seeing it on multiple sites, and it's like,
it'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. It'd be hopeful. I think it'd be really cool.
You have hope.
You have hope over one of the things we talked about today. I think it was Alien Earth. Yeah, that was it.
No, I'm very hard pressed to give hope because it looks really good.
I hope that is. Okay, even the stuff that I said I didn't have any real interest in, I hope it's all good.
I genuinely hope that none of this is dog shit or anything.
Yeah, I hope this is just a point in time where everything we saw at Comic-Con, when it comes out, it's like, yo, we love it. It doesn't. I'm not saying everything's gotta make $1 billion. No, it's just like kind of like with Superman. We all knew it wasn't gonna make $1 billion, but look at how the audience and the critics both genuinely liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, you have
there's
you have
a level of,
but you know that is what it is.
Yeah, it's like there's a level of like, hey, this is good. This is good media. This is good entertainment. And I hope outside of like, I have zero hope for Starfleet Academy. I will say that. I love Star Trek, but I have zero hope for Starfleet Academy.
I hope that one proves both of us wrong. I genuinely hope that one proves both.
I would like to be proved wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be proved wrong. Actually, I also have zero hope for War of the Worlds. That one is going to be a dumpster fire. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That is a tax write-off movie if I've seen one. But yeah, it's like for the most part, I genuinely hope the majority of these things succeed and are very good, at least to their audiences. Like, I have zero interest in The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, but same. I know that there's an audience for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope they enjoy it. I will never see it. But yeah, the two things that are just going to be fucking terrible. They're going to be terrible. I have no hope for them. People that see that see them will probably agree with me in the long run. Update of War of the Worlds, the Starfleet Academy. Both those are I have zero hope for, and woe be to the person that enjoys them.
With Starfleet, we have to at least give it one episode.
I will give it one episode.
We'll give it the one. Okay, all right, everybody listening. We will, like, most of this stuff we probably will watch.
We'll have to see how long the season is. If the season is longer than 10 episodes, we'll give it two episodes. Okay. If it is like a 24 episode season, we'll give it 4 episodes.
Okay, that's fair.
If it's a 10 episode season, we'll give it 1.
Okay, no, that's fair. So we'll do that, and then when it comes out, because again, not the biggest Star Trek fan, but the concept is cool.
To you.
It's cool in the because I've always liked like borderline slice of life stuff, and that kind of gives a little.
I am an anime degenerate, and I love slice of life, like high school rom-com stuff. I don't want to see that in my sci-fi,
unless it makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it would take some real good doing to make sense to me. Like there has to be some sort of real good conflict, but that's for a later thing.
But we will see, and hopefully we get a proper teaser for Masters of the Universe
sometime in the near future.
Next week. Oh, we got the teaser.
Literally after we fucking finish recording. But yeah, so we'll report back on a lot of things, and next week I have no idea what the fuck we're going to talk about, because the only reason we talked as long this week is because we had a specific plan for the Comic-Con trailers, and because there were that many damn trailers, and I have words. But yeah, next week it'll be chaos. Maybe Josie will return from the dead. We will find out. Until then, I guess music has been provided by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. And I guess have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, take it easy.
And get fucked.